Hello, hello. Welcome to the Happy Hippie Intuitive. This is Nina, and I'm here to do your yearly reading, Virgo. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So we are going to look at the energies that might come towards you. What do you need to focus on this coming year? What changes might come towards you? So if you like what I do, then consider hitting that like button and subscribing if you haven't. Click the bell so you get notified every time I upload. Remember, these are general readings, so you must take what resonates and leave the rest. And I will post all the cards I use below as always. Now, with further ado, let's jump into it, Virgo. Let's look at it. So 3 cards for overarching energy for the year to come, and then we're going to use some tarot. I have grabbed myself a cup of coffee here. If you need a cup of coffee, then pause the video and grab yourself a cup. And then we're going to look at the energies for you this coming year. So how are you doing, Virgo? I hope you're doing well, that you have maneuvered 2021. I think that we are in 2022. Amazing. Anyways, okay, let's look at it. See the bigger picture. Detoxify. Leave the past behind. Oh, okay. Okay, interesting. Okay, so Sagittarius energy, Taurus energy, and Capricorn energy. And 2 full moons here, and 1 last quarter moon. Okay. So I do feel like, okay, no, I get it. Thank you. Okay, so I'm connected with angels as well, so they're kind of sending me messages and images. So the main thing they wanted me to explain to you and remind you of is who you are. You are a spiritual being having a human experience. You, as a higher self, light being, spirit, decided before you came here to experience certain things. Not just the good things, but also the bad things. You wanted to feel what it's like to be human. You wanted to experience what it's like. You wanted to experience all the emotions a human have. Okay? You wanted to experience the separation from the oneness. That's why you came. So all the things that has happened to you in your life have been things and energies that you have chosen to feel. And the people in your life that has, been part of your life on good and bad have also chosen to be part of that energy, to be the opposite for you so that you can feel those energies. So if there's people in your life that has hurt you, then on a higher level, they have just done their job, what you guys agreed on before you came here, okay? So that's what they say when they say, see the bigger picture, okay? It can be very hard for the human because the human didn't decide it. It was the higher self. So it was very hard for the human to accept this, and I understand that. But you are not the human, though. Your consciousness is not in the brain. Your consciousness is of the light, okay? Your consciousness belongs with the higher self who made this decision. So it's remembering who you are and why you came. Okay, that's a big thing for you, I feel, this coming year, Virgo. Okay? So, see the bigger picture, but also see the bigger picture as in getting bird perspective on different things going on in your life. So whenever you bump up against things that you feel are difficult, see if you can get the bird perspective. What I do is when I get into things that I feel is very difficult, is that I picture myself kind of soaring outside the earth, looking down at the planet, just listening to the silence of space, seeing the moon, seeing the sun, seeing the other planets. And then I look down on earth again and I'm like, why am I struggling down there? Why am I making all of these things out to be so difficult? It doesn't matter. It's a little thing. Okay, so he said something that was hurtful. Is it important? So I do that a little bit with myself sometimes to distance myself from the drama, okay? So that's a good exercise to do. Of course, I'm not saying to get away from the emotion because that's not going to work. You feel through whatever it is that you need to feel. Nothing wrong with your feelings, ever. Your feelings is just messengers from your body telling you this is the situation. This is how I feel. This is the truth. Okay, so never go against your own emotions. That's not what I'm saying. But the ego can make things out to be so difficult. And that's why that exercise with just floating in space is a good one. Okay, so detoxify with that, I feel like it has to do with energies. It can, of course, be physical. It can be that you need, to rinse more water and more healthy foods and all of that. But that's also energies. What you put into your physical form is also energies. It's vibrating on different frequencies. So with me, I when I get the detoxify, it's all sorts of energies. It's not just what you eat and drink, but it is what you are surrounding yourself with. What kind of energies are you allowing in your vicinity? What kind of energies are you allowing into your physical? Yes, but what kind of energies are you playing in right now? Okay? What are you as a human allowing to be part of your life? Okay? Let yourself be guided more by your higher self, not by your ego. Excuse me. Okay. Leave the past behind. I mean, plain and simple. Because if you keep going into the ego will draw you back over and over and over again into why did he say that? Why did I do that? Why couldn't he have done, all of those kind of things. It's never going to help you though. Your ego keeps doing that too because ego wants to gain control. And especially if you're growing spiritually, if you are, downloading more light and light codes and everything into your physical and you're growing kind of the spiritual part of you is growing more into your physical, then your ego is going to fight it because it's very scary for the ego because the ego is losing control. So the ego will try and draw you back into all these drama situations, into all these energies that are not good for you. So what they're saying with that is don't let your ego do that. Just say that, what I experienced in the past, I cannot do anything with it. It's done. It's in the past, here in the physical form. It's in the past. So it stays there. I can feel through whatever it is I need to feel through, but then release it and let it go. What happens in the future, I have no control over. What happens will happen. I have to focus on here and now, okay? And I have to focus on what energies I'm in here and now, okay? So let's look at some tarot. Ooh, you're just flying out here. Okay, so it's about the choice. And that's what I said as well. So this can be, between the choice between ego and heart. It can be a choice as to what energies you want to have in your life, what people you want to have in your life. So you have to, take this as it resonates with you. And then we also got Knight of Wands. So somebody coming in with passion. It can be you, of course, being passionate about what you do or a project or somebody, or it can be somebody coming into your life. Ace of Swords also. That's truth and victory, standing in your truth, speaking your truth. King of Cups, beautiful. Balance again. And Page of Swords, okay. Underneath, Magician, beautiful. So you are the magician of your own life, right? You always have been. You always will be. Oh, I'll put that in another place so it doesn't reflect so much. So you are the magician, no doubt about that. So, and with the Magician card, they're also saying that you have all the tools you need, okay? So that's a big thing too. So there's a choice. You choose what to play in here, okay? You choose what energies to play in. You as a higher self have kind of a direction and have a plan for you. So are you following that or are you letting your ego kind of run the show here? Knight of Wands, coming in with a passion. So this can be someone who wants to come in and help, who wants to come in with an idea, who wants to be part of your life in any way, shape, or form. So look up who that might be for you. And this being the sword of truth or the sword of victory or the sword of seeing things clearly. So again, I have a feeling that is very much about you seeing things for what it truly is this year. Gaining that kind of big picture on things that they say here. And again, they say the same thing with the Ace of Swords here. Now, the King of Cups is someone who's very balanced, who's sitting on his throne. He is balanced. There's wavy stuff around him, but he is calm. He's kind of found his balance. So, and again, with the balance card here, and again with the Page of Swords, which is about truth or new information coming towards you. Okay, so very much about standing in your own truth and finding what is the truth for you. Okay, And that is why you need to gain that big perspective. Okay, you need to see the bigger picture in order for you to find that truth and find that vision. It's about vision as well, you know, clairvoyance, to see things clearly also in the spiritual, because you are the magician, they say here. Okay, so it might be that you're clairvoyant. Use that clairvoyance in your benefit as a human. Okay, so very much about finding your balance this year, very much about seeing the truth, speaking your truth, seeing the bigger picture, leaving the past behind, and finding that balance that the King of Cups has. Okay, so let us pull some angel cards in the end here and some charms. Wait, that flies out. The busy bee, spread heart healing with joy. Archangel Preminilek. So that might be an archangel you want to connect with. Now the busy bee, of course, wanting to do things, wanting to move forward. But are they doing it from the heart, or are they doing it from the ego though? Okay, so spread heart healing with joy. So again, going into the heart and the healing as well in all of this situation. And once you've gone through this, and you can start spreading that with others again, maybe sharing your journey. Parrot, listen intently to understand. Archangel Bobki. Yeah. So listen again, you know, so it is about seeing, listening, gaining that wisdom that you as a higher self already have. But I think your ego might be pulling on some threads here that are not good for you. Okay. So detoxify from that. You know, leave those energies behind. Don't bump into those energies anymore. Do the exercise I told you about, the bigger picture, and leave the past behind. Moving forward now. Let's pull some charms in the end here today. Let's see what you get. Ah, there's an eye here. So there might be somebody that is kind of looking at you, or you might be looking at someone. So with that, they're also, for me, it's also about that they have their eye on you, okay? But you have to kind of take that as it resonates with you. But there might be somebody who's looking at you and with interest, I feel. You have a flower, so that means that you are definitely growing. You're blooming. There's something, yeah, there's something that's going to be a lot better at the end of this year, I feel. Because you also have the butterfly here, so it's definite transformation happening. Blossoming transformation. Now you also have these teeth here. So it's kind of a Halloween-y kind of charm, but still there's teeth. So are you biting over more than you can chew? That's also something that I hear. So that's a question for some of you. And that will, of course, get you off balance if you are doing that. Now you also have crab. Okay, and they have these huge claws that's really strong. It can really hurt. It might be cancer that you call that as well. But I'm sorry, my in Norwegian is called just crab. But anyways, so there might be. I have a feeling also. Are you holding on to something? Are you holding on to something from the past here? Is that why they're telling you to leave the past behind? Are you holding on to something that's not good for you? I would ask you, okay? You also have a boat, so there might be that you are going out on the water, going out with a boat, but it also might be travel. So there might be some travel happening in this coming year. I'm also hearing vacation, and I'm also hearing cruise, so that might be for some of you. Yeah, but I'm also hearing take that vacation. Take a break and take that vacation. Something about a vacation is important, okay? So you also have a horse, and for me that's galloping ahead. That's forcefulness. That's you know, it's a very lucky symbol for me as well, but it's also a gentleness, and horses are also very healing. So it's a balance between the gentleness and the action. Again, with the balance, you know, like we've had here before. So yeah, and also with the healing, I feel there's a huge potential for healing this year for you. But main focus, leave the past behind. Watch what you are, you know, energies you are currently in and bumping up against, and what you're allowing into your life. See the bigger picture. Do the exercise I told you about. And that might be the eye as well, about seeing something, because you have the Ace of Swords and the Page of Swords as well. So it's about seeing some new information, seeing something in a new light, gaining that wisdom, that truth, standing in your truth, speaking your truth. And then allowing the magician to bloom, you know, the magician that you are. Spread heart healing with joy. Listen. Connect with your spiritual team here. Okay, so there is a huge potential for growth in this year. You have the flower and you have the butterfly here as well. Okay, but are you holding on to something from the past that you need to let go of? Just a question. Okay, so I feel that was pretty much all I had for you. I hope this made sense. If you liked what I do, then please hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't, and click the bell so you get notified every time I upload. I wish you the very best moving into this next year. Until the next time, I see ya.